Arise Inspirations, empowering you to face the world.
Hi, my name is Jean Dodier and I'm from Arise Inspirations. You're about to be motivated. You are about to be inspired. And in fact, if you're not too careful, your life will change forever, for the better. You see, I'd like to ask you a question. Are you making most out of life? I mean, is your life worth living? If not so, why is it? Would you like to make it better? Most people live their lives. When they come to the end of it, they realize that their dreams have not been achieved, or they realize that they have lived a life without a name, a life without a dream, a life without a vision. And they go to their grave with a sigh of regret, a sigh of disappointment, because life did not turn out that they expected to turn out, or they're disappointed that they have missed most or many opportunities. Stay tuned, because today I'm going to talk about how to make the most out of it.
Arise Inspirations, empowering you to face the world.
Alright everybody, so what is the deal with making the most out of life? Many people may ask. But it's really important to understand, to ensure that there is something that one is making with their lives. You see, it is very painful to watch your life just pass by. You watch yourself just go by. You wake up every day, maybe you do the same thing, you go through a particular routine that does not make sense even to you. Living life aimlessly, living life without a vision. That is something that is deadly to our souls. I mean, your soul is wasted. Your life is thrown away if you're going to live a life without a name. Someone has said it very perfectly, said that a nameless life is a living death. Now, I'd like to ask you, is that kind of life that you'd like to live as a person? Because the answer would be no, because you know why? We all want to be somebody. We all want to make something out of this life. We all want to create something memorable. We all want to be, to end. We all want to make a name for ourselves. But the problem is that everybody do not achieve that. You know why? Because they do not focus on the methods of how those things can be done. You see, I don't want to talk down on you, because look, each and every one of us is a winner. We always win. Problem is that we win small, and when it comes to us to make means to win big, we freeze because we're not prepared for such a change. To make most out of life, I'd like to talk about two very important things. It's very important. Number one, do not allow the world to mispronounce or misspell your name. Number two, do not go down to the grave with your song unsung. I'll start with the first one. You see, how can the world mispronounce or misspell your name? You see, the world calls us by the way they know us. How do they know us? They know us from the previous experiences we've encountered, the kind of stories that we tell about ourselves. You see, for some of us, they know us as poor people because we're born in a poor background. Is that how you like the world to call you? For some of us, we have encountered very painful and tragic experiences in our lives, and the world will know us by those experiences because they use those kind of these things as the reference to the kind of people that we are. Or we have made mistakes in our lives and it was so big that everybody knew, or it is so evident in our lives that we cannot hide from it. So they use that as a reference to the kind of people that we are. Question is, would you like to be called by your mistake? Would you like to be called by the tragic experience you encountered in life? Or would you like to be called by the kind of failures that you encountered in life? You see, we allow the world to call us by our mistakes, our very tragic experiences in lives. If we fear to make change, if we do not change those kinds of experiences, if you are not willing to embrace the presence and live in the moment and make the most of it, we still live in the past, most of us. Maybe you're born out of a background that is very poor. In fact, no one in your family that was educated, not even one from your family who have got a rich background, you have nothing to refer back to that is good, that you can look at and say, you know what, I actually have a foundation. I'd like to inform you that if you do not have a foundation, you need to build one. You cannot live where you have always been. You need to change if you need to make the most out of life. You need to be growing. You need to ask yourself every day, how am I more? How am I better? Am I learning? Am I growing as a person? If you need the world to respect you, you need to give them respect. You need to respect yourself and teach the world how to respect you. How will the world respect you if you're not willing to get up and dust yourself and do something awesome with your life? Of course, you might have been hurt in the past. I do not know. Maybe you've been hurt by your family, or maybe you've been hurt in relationships that you've gone through. But I'd like to tell you that there is hope. You can still do it again. There are people who've been through hateful relationships, and they've given up on love totally because of one person that hurt them so terribly. Or they have chosen a life of being sour in life. You know, that is not how it should be done. If one person hurt you, do not let them imprison you to hinder you from experiencing the best things that are out there in life for you. You need to overcome your past bad experiences. You need to overcome your pain. You need to overcome your mistakes. You see, do not look at worst experiences in your life as your stumbling block. Use that as a stepping stone instead. You need to be able to learn how to turn your pain into your gain. I mean, if you look in the life of very successful people, well, I won't name many, I would like to leave that to imagination, but most people have made it. They know what it means to be hurt. They know what it means to be poor. They know what it means to experience a terrible kind of stuff in life, but they knew that there is light in that darkness and they followed the light. They knew that something best can come out of them. You see, my friend, your life will be what you believe it can be. If you do not have now, do not live your life as though you never have, but believe that you can make something awesome with the little that you have got, and work on it every day. You need to have a vision in your mind and hold on to it. You see, the dream that you have in you, it is possible. You know why I believe that it's possible? If you can look around you, everything that you see around you that have been built, everything that have been created, whether it's ideologies or tangible things, it was once somebody's idea. Question is, what makes it that somebody special than you? You are a human being, capable of thinking, capable of creating. Why don't you create something as well? You see, problem with most people, we get comfortable with praising others. You know, we stand on the side of the road and they cheer the champions as they pass us by. I repeat, we stand on the side of the road and they cheer the champions as they pass us by, forgetting that there is a champion within you that you can also awaken and you get to the same kind of heights that the best you praise in life have attained. So, do not let the world mispronounce or misspell your name. Teach the world to respect you. Teach the world to know who you are. I'm not saying that you're the only best person there is in the world, but you're surely one of them. So why is it that you live as though you are insignificant? Why is it that you live as though you're not handsome? Why is it that you live as though you're not beautiful? Why is it that you live as though nothing good can come out of you? You see, you need to believe in yourself. If you've been hurt once, twice, thrice maybe, do not imprison yourself there. Do not enslave to places where you have been. Shake it off and move to another heights. Because, my friend, you are best. There is something best in you. I do not know what it is, but you know it. And you are just afraid to act upon it. because of years and years of being told that you cannot, years and years of being looked down upon, years and years of you yourself looking down at yourself, telling yourself stories that things are impossible or you're not good enough. Quit that nonsense, because you can.
Arise Inspirations, empowering you to face the world.